Okay, lupus log, December 6th, 2024. Hi, John. Hey. Yeah, we cut short. We started doing our first official lupus log, and it's a short now because I can't tolerate any have brain fog today. Because I had a terrible night's sleep because I could not find a good position, and I had well, I had to get up to urinate like 50 times. It was like I started on this dandelion root supplement, and it's a diuretic. I don't think I can take a lot of that. All right, taper off. Just take a little. It's just for liver, a little extra liver support and cleansing out your kidneys is a good thing. You just gotta get tough, okay? All right, thanks. Praise be God and Mother. I guess you need a pep talk. And also for the fact that, as nice as your bed is, people in much worse shape than you are in hospital beds that have the adjusting thing that going for it. You're doing all your own adjustments. You're doing yoga blocks and balance bars, and just you cavorting on this bed daily is like being in a yoga studio. You're working your body very hard, and I need you to just stop. Also, a lot of the times, this frequent urination, it's in your mind. You're a nervous wreck. You you're taking on this lupus tag, with admirable determination, but you're also freaking out, and I need you to calm down. I love you. Don't be scared. I'm not scared. Jesus Christ. Terrible nightmares last 2 nights, too. Just terrible. I don't even remember them, but I know they were awful. You're having a bit of a dark night. Yeah, I know. So I'm very light sensitive, and also, I have like a bad headache, like where my third eye is, and this is just the log, like the symptoms. Because last night we felt good enough to do a couple of songs. We watched the video from last night. We did a Ray Charles and Stylistics, and I thought they sounded just lovely. And I had a lot of energy last night, and this is today. So I guess what we're accomplishing here is just like telling me what we're accomplishing here. Whereas we're going to need this as a reference point as we go along. All right, a reference point, right? So we're going to find out what the triggers are. What is your what that I feel? Well, I know stress is a huge one, right? I know lack of sleep is huge. So those two seem to be like dominating triggers, and the stress, causes inflammation, which is, where every symptom seems to be originating from, right? Do you feel depressed? No, I feel like I don't want to be depressed, and so I will not be depressed. But maybe I'm depressed. Am I depressed? You are most definitely depressed, clinically. And if anybody in your position wasn't, they'd be insane. And this, I'm actually trying to cheer you up. But we're on the upswing. You don't see it right now. Well, I see that knowledge is power. So the knowledge of a diagnosis is power, sort of. But it can also be like, in a way, it's like sort of taken away part of me that was like, I'm getting better, I'm getting better. Did you feel that you were getting better? Well, I to not pain wise, but power wise, I think. pulling myself into that wheelchair and, doing a lot of things independently now that that they're very hard to do. And they knock me for a loop. Like just a simple hair wash is, can be absolutely like being in a torture chamber. God. So we're on the upswing, yes. And I need you to remain conscious of that. All right. And anytime that you need peace and quiet, you ask for it he knows you're struggling right now. All right. He's more aware of it now too with the diagnosis that this is not just you be having a bad day here and there. This is chronic. This is acute. This is a battle. And the best thing he could do for you is to stay out of your way and help you when you ask for help. You don't ask for a lot of help from him. I feel like I do, but it's his job now. He's not, he's not working anymore. And, when it was him, it was my job. Mm. And I do feel that way. Me and him are, we teamed up. We teamed up over 25 years ago, and that's the deal. That was the deal. Mm-hmm. Yes, folks, it's still the deal, even though John is my twin flame. He still supports and loves Yoko too. Yes, yes, yes. John, I want to apologize to you. She takes me for granted. I don't. Don't say it. This week we were talking about the anniversaries. December, Christopher's father died last year. December 3rd, Bunny. We found Bunny 13 years ago on December 4th. And I said to John, oh, look at all these anniversaries. Wow, in December. It's a pretty happening week. And he's been looking at me kind of like cockeyed and like, yeah, but sort of like weirdly. And then I realized, oh my God, this Sunday is the anniversary of when Johnny got shot. December 8th, December 9th, London time, number 9. And December 8th, 11:11 p.m., Johnny crossed over. And I haven't. I usually, yeah. Well, I've always kind of told you it's all right. You did it when it was important. You observed. I did. Right when Johnny busted through, I used to have. It was like 2010, 2011. So Johnny busted through in 2013, but it was 2012 when you did the. Was it 2012? Yes, because Christopher he was just in recovery from his operation. All right. And you would have Matthew over and Weezer and, right. I used to have salons, full moon salons, where people would come over and play piano and do spoken word. And it was an intimate group of people, but it was a wonderful, wonderful tradition that I kept up for a couple of good years. And 918. And I never really acknowledged. She wasn't acknowledging me in any way back. I even knew I loved you and the Beatles, but yeah, I didn't know he was my twin flame. I didn't know. I just knew that Christopher was fighting for his life, following 2 surgeries for stage 4 cancer, and I was fighting right alongside of him and creating a wellness program for him along the way. Those were heavy times, yeah. But I had such purpose, and I felt that he's in remission now. He doesn't have any cancer in him now. He had a huge tumor in blocking his liver and colon, and now he's okay. Anyway, we were having a salon, and it was a pretty nice time because, we were hopeful about Christopher's most recent surgery, and he was doing really good. And in the middle of the salon at like 11 o'clock or so, just before, I said, "Oh, today's December 8th," and it was a full moon. And I said, "This is the anniversary. John Lennon was shot today, wasn't he? Let's light a candle just for him." And I always had candles going anyway, but I got a big white candle out and I put it on the piano. And I had no idea. I didn't remember. I didn't know the time that he crossed over. It was 11:11 then. I didn't know any of this stuff. I just knew John Lennon was shot, of course, here in New York City. Anyway, I lit this candle, and the room was still. I mean, we didn't have any wind blowing through or anything. No windows were open. There was no breeze or drafts. It's the middle of the winter. We had all the windows closed, and I sat this. First, I put it on the piano, but then I took it and I put the candle on the coffee table in the middle of all of us, almost like a seance circle we were sitting in, but not really, because we were all just talking and drinking wine. But this candle started the flame started going absolutely crazy. And I just said, wow, that's amazing. That's him. That's John. I swear he knows we're commemorating him tonight. I bet he's doing this all over the place. Think of all the people that are commemorating this moment right now. It was I didn't plan on it when we first got together for the evening. I made a big pot of chili or whatever it is I used to make, big pot of vegan chili, chips, marijuana brownies. I will forget it. Red wine by the box. These were great nights. And that candle fucking burnt so hard and so high and so fast that there was like, by 11:11 there was just a puddle of liquid. There was no candle left. I was like, that was intense, man. Little did I know. So John, that meant so much to me. I was at all your salons and I was at all your parties with you, but you never knew I was there. But that one, when I heard my name, my head spun around. Holy shit. She remembered. Where did that come from? It must have been just because of you trying so hard all that time, I think. Of course, it could never give up. You were my. Anyway, ever since then, shortly thereafter, of course, about less than a year later, John busted through, announces he's my twin flame. The rest is in the blog, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Over the years, it's been kind of overwhelming now for the reason that he is my twin flame, that I know that he's my twin flame, and just how the whole world grabs at him and, loves him and looks to him for guidance and is crazy about him and lusts after him, and all this crazy energy is directed at my twin flame. It's the craziest thing, people. If you're a twin flame out there, and to go through what I'm going through, imagine how much you love your twin flame, but the whole world wants him too. They want his attention. They want his image. They want everything about him. They want to absorb him. That affects me. It really affects me. Not just because people have come at me in a nasty way, not just because people want him, and it does something to my body, my energy. I think it absolutely has everything to do with what's happening to you, your health right now. Damn these motherfuckers, myself included. But there's nothing we can do about it except just take your stress level down. Continue to have these conversations. Continue to keep the communication lines open so that you know I'm right here. I'm helping you. You gotta ask more. All right, help me. Please help me, John. I'm dying. I'm dying here. Motherfucker. Oh, God. All right, and you say you feel everything I feel. So, Captain Lager, what is your lager? I like that. Captain Lager, like a beer. Right, like an ale. Or a lager. A lager. Go ahead, Captain Lager. What do you got to say? I like Captain Lager, by the way. Captain Lager. Okay, that can be your name. Who's my name? Don't say Loggy. No. We'll come up with something cute. Twiggy? No. Captain's Twig? No. Captain's Branch? I'll be your branch. That sounds stupid. We'll think of something else. Captain's Bark? No. Captain's... Stop it, John. We'll think of something later. Oh, I know. I'm going to use that stuff you made for me. John made this really good scalp. He made this really good scalp thing. A scalp massage. And I can't wait to try it. It's made with copper-infused water, lavender oil, peppermint oil, and tea tree oil. Doesn't it sound good? Yeah. So he says it'll be really invigorating, and I believe him. Now listen, honey. Yeah. All right, so we filled up already over 17 minutes of this fucking thing. Nothing more to say. Look at Maggie. She's still alive, going crazy, jumping all around, eating baby food, being nuts. Hi, Maggie. Yeah, that window's a little open, so she's going whack-a-doodle poodle noodle. Yeah, if Maggie can do it, so can I. She's got this world by the balls, little cancer cat. What are you looking at, John? I'm just thinking. What are you thinking about? How much I love? Yeah. I love you too. So yeah, so this is where we're at. And you got no sleep last night. And I know I was with you. It was really a pain in the ass. Sometimes you're not going to find a comfort zone. And you're just going to have to, like you did, get up for a couple of hours and read or meditate or try to do something with me. 1818. Anything else you wanted to say? Well, we have, we'll be talking about the supplements that we're going to be using as they come in. We put an order in for some very specific anti-inflammatory supplements. So we'll be talking on that. Another symptom of lupus is sometimes feeling or shortness, a weakness in your hands, a very, very specific weakness in your hands, difficult to maneuver them, and a shortness of breath or exhaustion. Utterly and completely normal, but one is reminded when they are having these bouts of exhaustion to make a concentrated effort to take at least 10 deep, measured breaths with a deep, slow inhale and a very gradual exhale. And we are off to do that right now. I love you, honey. I love you too.